Okay, so today our topic is uh, spanning tree. Actually, the topic is to find the minimum spanning tree. So, before uh, going to find the minimum spanning tree, let us first define what is a spanning tree. After that, we will go that what is minimum spanning tree and what will be the algorithm to find the minimum spanning tree. Okay. So let G equals to VE is a given graph. Okay. So you know V is the set of vertices, E is the set of edges, right? Next, we say that T equals to V E dash is a spanning tree, right? T equals to V comma E dash, where E dash is a subset of E, is a spanning tree if and only if T is a tree. Got it? So what is a spanning tree? Spanning tree is a subtree or subgraph. Spanning tree is a subgraph V comma E dash of the given graph G equals to V comma E, where E dash is a subset of E such that T is a tree, or we can say if and only if T is a tree, right? So let us consider an example. Let us discuss the algorithm with this example. Let we are having a graph, say V1, V2, V1, V2, V3, V4. Let. So this is the graph, and let this is a weighted graph. We know that what is the weighted graph? Weighted graph means every edges will be attached or assigned with will be assigned an weight. Okay, right. So here let these are the vertices. Now G equals to this, and what you can say that we may have a number of subgraph here, but if we consider let 1, 2, 3 and 4 this, then we can say that this is a tree because it is not containing any cycle. So what is a tree? Tree is an acyclic graph. Okay. So here we can say that this is a subgraph which is following the property V, that is all V are present and some of the edges, and it is a tree. Therefore we can say that this is a spanning tree, right? Okay. Now suppose some weightage is given, that W1, W2, then W3, W4, 5, W6. So you may have a number of subtrees here or subgraph or spanning trees. So that means this one may be a, say, spanning tree, right? Similarly, this is also a spanning tree. Similarly, this one is also a spanning tree, and we may have a number of spanning trees of a given graph. Okay. Now the question is that since these weights are given here, since the weightages are given here, therefore what will be the minimum weighted spanning tree? Okay. So here if you see that spanning tree means all vertices are connected, right? So we have to find the connected graph with no cycle, a connected graph with no cycle such that the total cost or total weight is minimum. So that is the problem of finding minimum tree. It has a lot of applications in real life. So that may be to design an electric circuit, that may be to design an electronic circuits, and so many things. Okay, right. So here I think all of you have got that what is the spanning tree and what is the requirement of finding the minimum spanning tree. So let this is a graph. Okay. Now if we have to find that all the vertices are connected with minimum cost, let this is a given graph G and these are the weight attached with or associated with each edge. Now if you have to find a subgraph or a spanning tree such that all these vertices are connected with minimum weight, then how to do? So to find the minimum spanning tree, we are having two famous algorithms. One is Prim's and another is Kruskal. Okay. So we discuss both the algorithms with the same examples, and we can find the difference between these two. Okay. So I will not go for writing the pseudocodes in each and every book of design and analysis of algorithms, or maybe the data structures. We can find the pseudocodes. Just how these two algorithms work, that is the working principle of Prim's and Kruskal, that we will discuss, so that we can get the knowledge or the method how it works. Okay. So let us start with Prim's. So before that, all of you are aware that if we have to present the graph in computer memory, we require it to present in two-dimensional matrix. Okay. Right. So let us first define this by using a two-dimensional array. Okay. So this minimum spanning tree problem is famous with this MST. Okay. Short form. So let us first find the cost matrix or the adjacency matrix, so whatever we say. So here we are having how many? 7 vertices. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So if we have an edge, then this cost ij will be the same. That is, there is an edge between 1 to 6, therefore 1 6 this value will be this weights. Else, if it is not have, or there is no connected edge, then we will put the value as infinity, because our target is to find the minimum. Okay. So here we are having 7 nodes. So columns and rows. Then 1 1 we can put infinity, because we will never select that edge, because there is no edge. It is not, since this is not a directed graph, therefore 1 1 is not having, or we will not consider that there is an edge, and hence the value is infinity. Next, from here we are having two edges, 1 to 2 and 1 to 6. So 1 to 2 is 28 and 1 to 6 is 10. All others infinite. Okay, right. So here just write this as this way. So this is the graph. Then from 2 we are having 1, 2 and 3 edges. Therefore 2 to 1 28, 2 to 3 16, 2 to 7 14, and the rest are infinite as previous. Next 3. From the vertex 3 there are 2 edges, 3 to 2 and 3 to 4. 3 to 2 is 16, 3 to 4 12. Okay. Then from 4 3, 4 5 and 4 7. 4 3 that is 12, 4 5 that is 22, 4 7 is 18. The rest are also here infinite. These are infinity. Okay. Then from 5 there are 3 edges, 5 to 4, 5 to 6 and 5 to 7. 5 to 4 22, 5 to 6 25, 5 to 7 24. Others are this. Then from 6 1 and 5. 6 to 1 is 10, and 6 to 5 25. The rest are infinity. Okay. Then from 7 we are having 3 edges, 7 to 2, 7 to 4, 7 to 5. 7 to 2 is what? 7 to 2 14. 7 to 4 1 2 3 4 is 18, and 7 to 5 this one is how much? 24. The rest are infinite. Okay. So this is the adjacency matrix of the given graph G. Clear? So now first we will discuss the Prim's and we will apply the Prim's algorithm in this graph. Now let us check that how Prim's works. Okay? Right. So Prim's consider an edge. Okay? Actually Prim's consider one edge with minimum value. So first what we will do, we will first all can sort these edges in non decreasing order. Okay, non decreasing order. So then we will select the minimum one. So here if we select the minimum one, the first edge that we will get is this one. Okay, 1 6, because it is having the minimum weight 10 among all these. Now think about what is a tree? Tree is an acyclic connected graph, right? So acyclic means whatever algorithm we will discuss here or execute here, always we have to check whether the new edge is creating any cycle or not. Clear? So since this is the first execution, therefore whenever we will select this edge 1 6, obviously we do not have to check anything that whether it is creating a cycle or not. But in the next onwards, how we can check that there is a cycle or not? If let a set of vertices is containing both 1 and 6. Let there is a set of vertices which is containing both 1 and 6, and if we consider an edge which is containing both 1 and 6, then what will happen? It will create a cycle, right? So our target is to find that if this edge is already exist in our spanning tree, then we will search an edge where V1 may be there, but the next should not be in the list of vertices. Okay, any vertex. So if we consider any edge, let ij, if we consider any edge, let ij, then the vertex I must be present in the spanning tree, but j should not be present in the spanning tree. So this is the criteria must be followed whenever we will go for selecting the new edge. Okay, so every time we have to check. And since this is a connected graph, and if there are n number of vertices, so there will be n minus 1 number of edges. So if we can reach to n minus 1 number of edges which is connecting or which are connecting all the n nodes, then we will terminate our algorithm. Okay, so first thing always we have to check whether it is creating in cycle or not. If yes, then we will discard that edge, and whether all the vertices are connected by n minus 1 number of edges or not. If these two conditions are satisfied, then we can find that we have found or we have solved the problem to find the minimum spanning tree. Okay, so now let's check. So Prim's starts with an edge having minimum weight. Okay, so then it says that okay, since 1 and 6, these two are the vertices connected by an edge which is in the spanning tree, then we have to find the next edge that to be connected with this edge. Okay, so how to do that? Here this is the vertex 1 and this is the vertex 6, these two are connected now. Clear? So among these, here you see 1 2 is an edge, 1 6 is an edge, already you have considered this. Similarly here 6 1 already you have considered, and there is 6 5 one edge, and there is no other edge. So from here we are having 1 2 one edge, and we are having 6 5 another edge. So first list out all the edges that are related with these two vertices. Clear? So here in this case we are having this row and we are having this row. So among these you choose the minimum one, but keep this in mind, we will not select the same age again. Okay. So here among these two, which one is minimum? Among these two, here 28 and 25, 25 is the minimum one. So we will select 25. Okay. So here we can write that this was the selected by Prince 1. Okay. So we have selected this age by the algorithm Prince and in the first execution. Okay. Right. So here what we did, we have selected 25. So that means we have selected the age 6 and 5. So let us mark this and write that this is selected by Prince algorithm in the second step. Okay. Right. So now whenever we have connected 1, 6 and 5, this is now the spanning tree. Clear? So how many vertices are there in the spanning tree? 3. 1, 2 and 1, 6 and 5. Now again select all the edges that are related with 1, 6 and 5. So here again 1 to 2, one edge. There is no other edges which is not considered. Then 5 to 7, 24, 5 to 4, 22. So among these three, that is 1, 6 and 5, among these three, 22 is the minimum. Okay. So we can select that 22, this age will be selected by the Prince algorithm in the third step. Right? Okay. Similarly, whenever we have selected this, 4 has been connected, so we can mark this 4 here and let us check the same. From 1, 28, that is here. This row, 5 and 6. All these, among all these 4, we have to select the minimum one. Okay. So from this, again we can choose that 28, 12, 24. These three are the vertices. So among these, 12 will be selected because this is the minimum one and it has not been selected before. So this is the age that has been selected by Prince algorithm in the fourth execution or the fourth step, right? So whenever we have selected this age, 3 has been connected with the previous spanning tree, right? So this. Now again, do the same process that among all these choose the minimum one. So here what we will get? We will get this is the minimum one. Okay. So this has been selected by the Prince algorithm in the fifth execution. And always we will check that how many vertices we have connected. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Since we are having 7, so therefore we have to wait. And you check the number of edges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it should be 6 because n is the number of vertices 7. So 7 minus 1, 6. There must be at least 6. Okay? And obviously at most. Then after selecting this 2, we have to again check among all these that which one is the minimum. And if we go for selecting this, obviously we will get this is the minimum one. So this has been selected by Prince in the 6th. And since this is the 6th number of age and there are 7 number of vertices, so we have to terminate the algorithm here. Now check, we have got all the vertices connected. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So from here we can check 1 to 6, 6 to 5, 5 to 4, 4 to 3, 3 to 2, 2 to 7. And if you check, then you will find that the total sum must be the minimum among all others. Okay. So in this way Prince works. So the working principle of Prince is, again, let us give a brief discussion here, that Prince start with the minimum age, minimum weighted age, and it selects the age which is not being selected previously and having the minimum weight. Okay, next, minimum. So we can find that this is the output given by Prince algorithm. Okay, right. Next, the same process we will apply by applying Kruskals. Right. So let us erase all these. uh, okay. So then we have discussed the Prince algorithm. Now we will go for discussing Kruskal's. Okay. We will apply the Kruskal algorithms with the same graph. So Kruskal says that you start with a null tree. Okay. So that means Kruskal suggested that you sort the forest first and you add all these forests to get a tree, nothing else. So as per Kruskal's, first we will sort or sort all the edges by non-decreasing order. Okay, non-decreasing order. So if we sort all these in non-decreasing order, 1 6 will be the first edge, then 3 4 will be the next, and then 2 7, then 2 3, and so on. Okay. So if we go on sorting in this way, then we can get this edges in sorted order in non-decreasing order. Okay. Then what we will do? First, Kruskal suggests that you select the edge which is having minimum weight. Okay. So at first, at the beginning, there is no edge or no vertex or no tree in the forest. Clear? So Kruskal starts with the void or null. Then whenever we will execute the first one, it says that you select the edge which is having minimum weight among all these. So in our example, which one is the minimum? This is the minimum weighted edge. So we can select this edge first. So here we can write again this way, that we are selecting this edge as the first one. Okay, and this has been selected by Kruskal 1. Like so, we have selected 1 6 since the weight is minimum among all these. So 10, and it has been selected by Kruskal algorithm with the execution 1 or in the execution number 1. Next, for the next, among all these, so here if we can draw, then we can write that in the first step we have got the edge 1 to 6 like this, 1 and 6 with the edge, and this has been given by Kruskal. Okay. So next we will select the next minimum. So since this is in sorted order, easily you can find that this is the next edge that to be connected. And again, always we have to check whether the new edge that has been selected is creating the cycle or not. Okay. Sorry, this will be K2 because it has been selected by the second execution. Right. Next, if we select the next minimum by maintaining all the conditions, then I think this one will be selected. Okay. So if we can check the tree or the forest, we will get that 3 4 was the next, 3 4 was selected by K2. Then we have got 2 7 by the Kruskal in the third step, nothing else. Okay. So in this way we will get, you see here we are getting the forest, nothing else. Okay, which are the collection of trees. Then in the next step, after 14, we can select this, and I think it will not create any cycle. So we can select this one by K4. Okay, we can select this by K, that is Kruskal's in the fourth execution. Next, if we check, then this is the minimum one. Okay. Now if we go on selecting this in the fifth execution K5, what will happen? We will get a cycle. Why? because from the previous already 4 is present here, okay, 3 is present here, this is also present here. Now all these 4 and 7 are present previously in the tree, and if you connect this, it will create a cycle. Therefore, since it will not, or it will violate the definition of tree, therefore though it is having the minimum weight 18, it will not be selected in the spanning tree by Kruskal algorithm. Okay. So next, among all these, I think 22, this is the minimum one. So you can select this by the Kruskal in the 5th step. Okay? Right. And I think this is not creating any cycle. Very good. Then, next, we can select this 75 K6. But again, you check that if we select 5, 7, since 5 is present and 7 is present, if we connect these two, it will create a cycle. So therefore, this edge will not be selected by Kruskal algorithm. So, though it is having the minimum weight among all not selected edges, but since it is creating the cycle, therefore it will not be considered as the edge in the spanning tree. Okay. Then among these two, this is the minimum. So K6 will select this edge in the 6th execution, and we check that we have got 6 number of edges to connect 7 number of vertices, and we will terminate the algorithm. So in this way, we can find the minimum spanning tree by applying the Kruskal algorithm. So by applying Prim's and Kruskal's, we can find the minimum spanning tree for a given graph. Okay. The time complexity analysis, you can derive it by yourself. There is nothing to worry because the loops are there, and to check all these edges and vertices, I think there will be order of n square time complexity, but please you check by yourself. Okay. Thank you.